I got a real quick tip for you. Today, my wife called me while I was at work and told me that the sink where we do our washes at in the basement was starting to back up. Okay, so my first suggestion for you to do is try to do a process of elimination. What I did was eliminated the fact that it's my sewer backup, because I was worried it's gonna be my sewer backup, but it wasn't my sewer backup because my toilet and my sink was flushing. There was no gurgling. It wasn't backing up. All right, so that leads me to the shower and or the basement sink. Now the basement sink can get clogged for a variety of reasons. It could be the lint trap. Make sure you have a lint trap in there. Also, it could be grease. Okay, so if you look up here, this is my kitchen sink. My son, when he cooks, he's gonna be dropping. I told him not to cook, but anyway, the grease comes down. It's gonna connect to our wash. So if you look over here, you can see the line. It started to go down now, but it was way up here on both sides, way up here. Okay. So what I had to do is, once I found out that it's going to be my sink along it, not my sewer, my main sewer line, because if it is my main sewer line, that's a whole different problem, different video. What I did was I got a cutout. All right, my cutout is right here. All right, got me a cutout. I got me a snake from Harbor Freight. This cost $15 at Harbor Freight. A little handheld. If you got a drill, it's real simple. Put that in there in my cutout and just go away. I'm gonna give you a quick example of how this works. And you make sure you go all the way down and you pull it back up. The battery's kind of dead now, but anyway, you pull it back up and down, right? Anybody can do it. If you're a single mom, don't be discouraged. You can do it as well. Find out where your cutout is at. Put that down inside the cutout. $15 piece of Harbor Freight. You go back and forth with a power drill. Back and forth. Eventually, the water on both sides of the sink, I stopped my drill. You could hear it draining. That was a good sign. So then I kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Started running the hot water. That's another thing, because you want to make sure that it's completely unclogged. So I ran the hot water. You see some bubbles in there. That's because I put some wash detergent in there, because wash detergent is going to help break up all of that grease and grime and soot and all that other crap. And that's going to make sure that everything's not backing up. So if you look inside here, it's not backing up anymore. I got it on full power. And I'm going to let that hot water continue to run for about 4 or 5 minutes as I continue to drill. Not drill, but snake back and forth. All right. So that way, if you please make sure, disclaimer, make sure that you run hot water, because if you run cold water and grease, put two and two together, it's just going to clog back up. Until that's flushed out to your main sewer line, run some hot water for a while. I'm also boiling water up top, because I'm going to continue flushing it with hot boiling water. This seal right here it's a cup, and I have 2 clamps. I'm going to put my clean out valve. I'm going to put that back up in this little homemade clean out valve. Simply just made a splice in the main line from the sink that leads down to my main sewer pipe. And now that way, if I have an issue like this with backup, I can always assess it. So if this happens again, no need to call a plumber. I just save myself $300-400 by doing it myself. All right. So that's a quick tip for you. Hope that helps out. $15 Harbor Freight part. You snake it down to the line till you hear the water start to drain. You stop, and then just keep on. Because in this video, I'm going to continue snaking it. And let me show you this real quick too. It's a lot of grease and grime. This is a 25-foot snake, which is good. You get the bigger guys. That's another thing. You can rent a snake from Home Depot or your local hardware store, Lowe's or whatever. I think it's like going rate about $25 to $30 for 2 to 4 hours, or $50 for the entire day. Me, myself, this is an investment. I can always reuse this. Also works in kitchen sinks, toilets, whatever. All right, so there you go. All right, so that's my quick tip for today. Hope that helps. Good luck with your project.